Serious?
I should get it.
Yellow pages?
You get two. I got one for the house and one for the car.
The Crumman
Like a
Valley,
little
they
one.
don't give a shit about us.
I got a little version for the car as well. I'm like, seriously? Like, stop. Save the Amazon trees.
Yeah.
Is that
Where is the Amazon, Rika?
The Amazon is the Amazon forest
Yes.
in Africa.
Okay, I got... Is it? What the... Really? Really? Really?
Is it America?
Oh.
Is it? Oh no, it's not America.
Getting warmer.
Rika, you are perfect for this show. You're the best person that could ever be on this
I know.
show.
Well, I know because it's like, isn't it where? Right? Because the Amazon is the Nile River goes through it. No, the Congo River. Brazil. And it's the Congo River that goes through it.
No, the Amazon River.
Wow.
I thought the Nile River at
That's all
first.
right.
Niles, Egypt. Okay,
Back
let's
to
pass
Drew.
the mic over to Aaron Brunner, all the way from Townsville.
I'm so sorry for being so ignorant.
Aaron, everyone, if you don't know, Aaron's been on our show before. He was a promoter for the monster trucks.
Yeah, the day I was here, he was here.
That's exactly right. So it's cool that he's
They
back.
tried to hook us up, man. Do you understand that?
So Aaron's
They
been...
tried to hook us up.
Yeah, I just want to pass the mic to him now. And Aaron's actually living in Adam Brand, a big country stars, massive name actually. He's living in his place out here on the Gold Coast at the moment because he's moved down from North Queensland. And are we going to see you at Legacy Brazilian Jiu Jitsu Gym on the Gold Coast down in Currumbin for a free lesson, Aaron?
Maybe.
Whole week free trial.
You would, could I tell you, you'd actually kill us straight away. You'd smash us. You would.
I don't think so.
When you say we, they mean them.
Yeah, me. I'm talking about.
Myself as well.
Have you, Aaron? I don't mean to put you on the spot, but have you ever up in Townsville? It's a whole different world up there.
Townsville.
Have you ever been in any sort of situations like that, like some martial arts? Did you grow up with anything like that?
No, nothing at all.
Right. So you're from the racing background, a lot of
Yeah,
speedway and car racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's either cars or cars.
Yeah.
Country town, though, isn't it? Even though it's not one of the major cities.
Really?
Townsville.
It's an army sort of.
Gyms, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jiu-Jitsu gyms in Townsville.
I've been to Townsville once.
They don't
Very nice
open
place.
anything- They don't open anything on public holidays. Like, compared to the Gold Coast, because Gold Coast...
Can you try and
we still
talking to
have-
Mike? There's a microphone.
The Gold Coast
Okay, we
is
have
so
to get closer,
advanced.
Azar. No, well, because the Gold Coast, that we have things are open on public holidays, things are open on the Queen's birthday, things are open on Labor Day. Okay, there might be a little bit of a restriction on Anzac Day and Easter or Good Friday, and Christmas, but otherwise... We are pretty much like going 24/7.
Yeah, we're a tourist town. Yeah.
It's
Then you go to town
Busy
and
as.
it's like, holy
Yeah.
fuck, where is everyone? And it's like, oh shit, it's the Queen's birthday. No one's open, no one's on the
No,
street.
it's actually a slice of reality.
It's a laid back town, Like, everyone doesn't really care.
Well, you know what? It's already been 2 hours and 20 minutes. Alex has got to get home to his son, no doubt. He'd be waking up right now.
Already sleeping.
I held that phone.
He's sleeping on stay.
Oh, yeah, he's sleeping.
I'm not trying to shut down the
Hey,
show off at all, by the way.
sleeping. Maybe your wife is tearing her hair out going, go to sleep.
Oh, yeah. I spoke to her.
Daddy's
She's
gonna be-
sleeping. She's sleeping. I was sleeping. So good.
Okay, let's stay.
Let's
What's-
stay.
So how many months is 11 weeks? That's nearly 3 months old, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. 3
Yeah.
months, yeah.
So he should be kind of sleeping quite through the night.
Finally,
Did you
like
ever
a
fall
week,
down some steps?
a week ago, he started sleeping like through the night.
See?
Finally. So good.
Yeah.
I think she
Yeah,
bring
yeah.
that tequila.
Can I tell you something like that happened to me last night? When we talk about kids, there's boys and girls. My little boy said to me something last night that almost broke my heart. Because when he first grew up, in all those young years, I was working in Brisbane, and I actually had Monday off. Monday was just me and my son from the time he was like 2 months old. right? So it was actually, at the first, I was like frightened because he's like, still should be on the boob. Like a really young, but it turned into the most awesome Monday of all time between father and son. All right. And I'm talking match, like Hot Wheels cars, making tracks. This was before, he's only 7, but the iPhone hadn't taken over my life at the time, like it does now on Facebook and all that sort of crap.
Yeah.
Last night, my son said to me, "Dad, you don't play with me that much anymore," and it just broke my heart. Like to the point of like, why am I here now? You know, this is what's Alex. I'm only saying this now because you're in for such a journey between boy and boy, because you're reflecting on the son that you were to your dad and how he was to you and what you should be doing, and that's the only track, you know, the only trail, and it's a constant balance between trying to show him what hard work is. And I said to him, mate, my job, and whether it's right or wrong, I said, my job is I'm a dad. I'm a good dad. I'm supposed to show you what a good dad is.
But that's I disagree.
But all of a sudden, like you know, Fabio, that the time goes so quickly. Yeah. They're little kids, and all of a sudden they're young boys. But that's what I was, and gets away so fast.
Like we kind of like went off track when I was like talking about what Fabio said. It's like it's not. Oh, see, I don't know. It's not all the responsibility isn't all on your shoulders now, whereas it was in Fabio and my day, kind of thing, because children growing up in our generation didn't know what other people did or what other families did.
I think it's harder these days than before.
But it is harder. It is harder.
These days.
But I think both generations have challenges, because in our day it was like, I don't know.
You know, Rita, as much as I really understand where you're coming from, I really do. But you know what now, I became a dad again. Yeah. This is like the new generation dad. When I was the old school dad. Yeah. When I had no internet, my kids, I was their god or dad. Yeah. But can I tell you one thing? As much information as you give to your kids, guys, you are always going to be their first option. You are always going to be the first thing they look up and go, okay. Here's my, everything there is his fantasy world, but he's my dad and my mom and whoever else live around me, that this is my reality, and they do know that, and I tell you this because my daughter, she loves watching stuff on YouTube, as kids do these days. We try to limit her access to telephone and to a screen as much as we can. But she still does, like, oh, Dad, can I have, she calls it Wiggles. Anything that is YouTube for her is Wiggles. Oh, Dad, can I have 5 minutes of Wiggles, please? And all right, Layla, here you go. And she sits there and searches through, and the way she scans and swipes and does everything on the phone is like, oh my God, it's scary. But in the end of the day, she goes, I had enough. Dad. And she comes to me or to her mom to actually come play with me in my bedroom. I want to play Barbies with you. I want to cook you some food in the bed. So they are. I dare to say that they are craving even more than the old generation for that personal contact, the physical intimacy that they can have with their parents. You know what I mean? Because, and you see Drew, little Cass. He's at the gym. He's having a marvelous life. But my brother, nothing will replace the time that he can have with you. You know what I mean? And we take that for granted because we look at the kids and say, we're supplying them with all of that. They had enough. They have enough. We don't need to give them anything else. But nothing will replace the time that you can spend one-on-one with your kids at home.
But wait, okay, Fabio, I think you're coming from a place... and I'm sorry if I'm putting it down on this. I think you're coming from a place where you were treated well by your parents.
No, but rough, yeah, relatively well.
Wow.
But I never have a father figure in my life. Like
Yeah.
my father, now that he's 80 years old, he's coming to me going, "Oh, I should have spent more time with you when you were young."
Yeah.
Well, thanks very much. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's great to see. But the reality is,
but that's my whole point. My whole point in this is, because regardless of whether you don't know what's going on outside of your family, or whether from your generation you get too much information about what, I think the most important thing is to just show your children that you love them from the bottom of your heart. Because like I came from an era where corporal punishment was normal. So we used to get flogged. Yeah, because you're 40.
Yeah, I come from the same time.
You, Aaron, you might be a little bit young for this. I mean, I know Drew understands, but we used to get, whipped, slapped, flogged, you name it. We used to get physical punishment from teachers, nuns, parents, everyone that was above us used to punish us physically. But because I was brought up in a relatively loving environment,
they was taken into contest. Yeah.
Whatever happened to me physically, whether it be physical violence or physical,
take it into
whatever,
context. You know what was happening.
You knew that, and I was able to look at other ways of dealing with my children when I had children. I didn't do what hurt me. I was able to discipline my children in a different way that I was brought up.
But compensating is a very dangerous zone, man, because we.
It is, because you can go, you can like overcompensate.
Yeah, but like I say from my side, like you say, like the parents is the parents slap you like old school, like slap you and do whatever. I don't think the kids. I never like have like any like holding myself. My dad like did some slapping me because he did something wrong. But I think I have something with my dad. I call him to play soccer with me. I know I have to work. Yeah. So I have like they slap. They love you. Like they do something to you to correct you. I think it's not that bad. Like I never had.
Can you understand? Like when smacking a child is normal, it's very easy to abuse.
No, it's an old generation. These days we could not do that. That's move that from another stage.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying about like you be with your child and follow and when your child say, "Dad, can you do that with me?" Like you really listen to. Like that's where I come from. Listen to me. Like in my old school, my dad like slapped me before. I never hold anything about the slap with me. But I hold something about if I ask my dad to see a soccer game with me, he say, I have to work. That stay in my mind playing. Why he didn't come with me to watch the game with me? But these days, this slap thing is over. You cannot do that. It's all over.
Isn't that bizarre how we all have these things? Because human beings aren't perfect. So we're all just trying our best, and, we're trying our best. Okay, we're going to give them the love. We're never going to hit them. Or we're going to give them a lot of time. We're never going to give them, material things because we don't want to go out and work. We want to spend our time with them. Or then there's the ones that go, we just want to provide our children with a heap of material stuff. So they won't have our time, but they'll have everything they want. It's like a lose-lose situation for a parent, isn't it? It's like no matter where you put your focus, there's always going to be a void that can't be filled because we're only human.
So where are we at?
Yeah, we're like getting a little bit deep.
We just found out.
I just went downstairs and came back up, and Rick is still talking.
Yeah. Look, this is what we summarize.
Yeah.
Keep smacking your children, but just keep giving them love.
I don't mean to cut you off, Rick.
It's the Asahis. I should have just stuck to
I know.
Guinness and
It's
tea.
not our fault.
I'm sorry. I got
Hey,
a bit
I
drunk.
think we should wrap it up now.
Wrap it up.